Have you ever found yourself wishing for a few extra hours in your day? Well, you're not alone. And today, I'm unlocking the secrets to a balanced life that allows me to crush it in my business, all while still having time for the things that I love. So if you've ever felt the struggle of juggling work and your personal life, this video is your golden ticket. Hey, what's happening, all you entrepreneurial champs out there? Welcome back to Hustle and Heartbeat. I'm your host, Isai Rodriguez, and this is where I share actionable tips to help you move your business forward by 1 inch each and every single day. So, if you're ready to turn your business dreams into a visual masterpiece, hit that subscribe button, grab your creative hat, and let's get started. And by the way, all these tricks, hacks, and tips that I'm sharing with you, I personally use all of these in my business daily. And so it's basically what helped me take my side hustle and make it my main gig. And so I'm putting it all together in a free training for anyone who's interested in seeing these exact steps in action for themselves. So follow the link in my bio and you'll be one of the first to have access to that experience once it's available. In the meantime, let's get into the gold nuggets, will you? So I've got a story to share with you. I've been collecting stories lately, just sitting there thinking about my journey, really. So this is a story that many of you might relate to. I'm pretty sure, So back in the early days of, building my business, I was a juggler, right? And not the kind that you see in a circus, but the kind trying to keep all the balls up in the air all at the same time, right? Work, family, personal time, you name it. I tried it. It didn't work. I vividly remember those days when I felt like I was on a never-ending treadmill, right? Constantly racing against the clock. It seemed like every success in my business came at the cost of missing out on moments with my family and missing out on the things that brought me joy, basically. And, the turning point came when I realized that success shouldn't be, it shouldn't mean sacrificing the things that make life truly rich, right? Building a business is incredible, but it shouldn't come at the expense of enjoying the journey, right? And savoring life's sweet moments. So, today I'm here to share my secrets, the game changers that transformed my hectic juggling act into a harmonious dance between work and life. So let's talk about how I cracked the code to work-life balance, allowing me to savor success in my business while creating space for the things that I love, right? So let's jump into the first game changer, if you will, and that's mindful time blocking. Now, don't let the term intimidate you, right? It's rather intimidating, I suppose. It's simply a superhero technique that transformed my personal chaotic days into well-oiled machines, right? Imagine your day as a puzzle, and each piece represents a task or an activity, right? Mindful blocking is like putting those puzzle pieces together in a specific way that creates a masterpiece, right? So here's the secret sauce. I break my days into chunks. Each chunk is dedicated to a specific type of activity. So work gets its block, personal activities have their slot, and yes, there's a little slice of time for leisure too, right? So it's important that you take time to recharge. It's like having a personal calendar whispering sweet little instructions to me. Actually, let me share a quick story with you. There was a time when my work hours they were blending in with my personal time. It was chaotic And honestly, it was burning me out, and I knew I had to do something about it, or I wouldn't make it much farther. Like, I knew something had to change. So that's when mindful time blocking entered the scene. Now I have, I was looking for what it is that I needed to do, and I came across this, and it just made sense. You know what I mean? And so now I have this magical zone for work where I'm laser focused. I have a dedicated slot of time for family and friends, and I even have time carved out in my calendar for guilt-free things like Netflix binging, right? So, and that's here and there wherever it makes sense. Like, it doesn't take a huge part of my my calendar, but I like to schedule some downtime here and there so that I can recharge and enjoy myself, enjoy life. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, trust me, it's like waving a productivity wand without sacrificing the joy of living, right? So imagine structuring your day like a well-paced novel, right? Each chapter bringing a sense of accomplishment and balance to your life. Like, that's the beauty of mindful time blocking, right? You're the author of your day. You create a story that's not just about work, but also about living fully. Does that make sense? So, all right, time to tackle another game changer. We spent enough time on that. Let's talk about prioritizing tasks, right? This one's like having a compass that guides you through the wilderness of to-dos. Let me share how this simple but powerful strategy transformed my hectic days into a well-choreographed dance, right? So imagine me having a mountain of tasks staring at me every day in, day out, no matter what happened. Like, every day I was wondering, where do I start? Like, I don't know. Have you been there? Like, that's when one day I was like, man, again, stuck in this feeling trapped. And I was like, there has to be a better way. I need to find something to help me with this, right? And that's when I discovered the magic of prioritization. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters most, right? So here's the golden rule, and it's pretty simple. Not all tasks are created equal, period. Some are like VIPs that demand immediate attention, and and then there's the others that can wait online. I used to treat every task as urgent, and it just left me drained. That's when I realized the power of prioritizing. Think of it as creating a playlist for your day, right? The chart toppers go first. Am I right? And then, by identifying these high priority tasks, that's how I gained clarity to create a clear roadmap for my day, if that makes sense, right? It's like having that magic wand to determine what truly moves the needle in my business and in my personal life, right? There was a time when I was juggling so many tasks that nothing felt like a win, right? That's when I decided to become a task ninja. I started assigning importance to each task, right? So everything, like, I was like, okay, I had this list of, okay, this needs to get done, that needs to get done. And then I started, putting little numbers, and then I would focus on the ones that propelled me towards my goals, and left the other ones for, whenever I could get to them. Now, after implementing this, I'm not as busy. I'm purposefully busy. I'm being productive. There's a huge difference between being busy and being productive. I learned that through my mentorship group. There's a huge difference. Are you busy, doing this, doing that? or are you actually being productive, doing, being busy with things that actually are going to push the needle forward in your business, right? So when prioritizing tasks isn't about doing more, it's about doing the right things. And that, my friend, is a game changer for finding that balance, you know? I used to think like saying yes to everything was the secret to success, right? Spoiler alert, it's not. It's actually quite the opposite. And so let me share a little secret that transformed my life when I found this, and that's setting boundaries, right? So imagine a bustling carnival with all sorts of attractions, right? You want to try every ride. You get there, you're excited, and you want to try everything, you know? You want to get on every ride, you want to play every game, you want to taste every treat. Sounds exciting, right? Well, until you realize that you're one person and that there's only so much time and energy to go around, that's where boundaries come in, right? It's like having a velvet rope at the entrance of your life's carnival, right? A rope guiding you to the attractions that matter most. I used to be the yes person, you know what I mean? Like taking on more than I could handle. And let me tell you, it left me overwhelmed and burnt out, period. But then, then I learned the art of saying no and basically setting clear boundaries. And it's not about shutting people out. It's about inviting in what aligns with your priorities. Boundaries are your personal bouncers, if you will. They're there to ensure only the good stuff gets VIP access, aka your time and your energy, right? So let me share another quick story that might sound familiar. Actually, as I mentioned earlier, I was drowning in tasks, commitments, obligations, feeling like I had no control. And that's when I decided to draw some lines in the sand, right? I identified what truly mattered, and I set boundaries to protect those priorities. And guess what happened? My days became more intentional, and I found like the balance that I needed, that I craved. You see, boundaries aren't just about restrictions. They're about liberation, if anything, So yeah, yeah. Now let's talk about the marvels of technology and the delicate dance that we do with our gadgets, right? Because hey, we live in a world where our devices connect us. We're infinitely connected. They entertain us, and sometimes, well, they overwhelm us, right? Think about it. Our days are filled with endless notifications, emails, and the constant barrage of social media updates. Sound familiar, right? I used to feel like a character in a never-ending digital drama, right? And a lot of times, my quest for work-life balance, I was always looking for that. Like a lot of times that took the back seat, but luckily I found the superhero solution called tech detox. So it's not about abandoning your beloved gadgets, right? It's about using them consciously. It's about like, I'm about to share a little story from my tech-filled life, right? There was a time when my phone felt like an extension of my hand, let's call it. It beeped, it buzzed, it blinked. It did all that, and it made its way into my life. And one day I decided to take control, right? I put together a plan to detoxify my digital life, which is hard because I'm an IT geek by trade, but the results were like a breath of fresh air. Like never before had I experienced this. I found moments of peace in the middle of the constant digital noise, right? It was great, but detoxing from tech, it's not a goodbye. Like we're not getting rid of it completely. It's more of a, see you later to those distractions. We're moving them aside. We're giving them less importance, or a little bit less of importance. We're not letting those notifications rule our life, right? So it's something you may seriously want to consider if you find yourself scrolling down one rabbit hole after another, trust me, I've been there. It's not fun. It eats up your time. And so you might want to consider that. So we're almost done here with our exploration into the work-life balance secrets. But I want to share a powerful tool that it's been a game changer for me. And that's reflection. So imagine reflection as the magic mirror that it shows you the insights into your life's the grand tapestry, let's call it, of your life. You see, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and the bustle of work and life in general, right? But taking a moment to reflect on what your day was, that allows you to kind of step back and appreciate the masterpiece that you're creating, right? There was a time when I personally felt like I was spinning multiple plates in the air. You know that analogy, right? Trying to be everywhere at once. And I don't know if you can relate, but what I can say is this: it wasn't sustainable, right? And I found myself wanting and needing balance in my life. That's when I found the power of reflecting on my actions, taking a moment to think about my choices and my priorities. This became my compass, basically. It showed me where I was thriving and where I needed a little course correction, right? So reflection wasn't about dwelling on mistakes. It wasn't about stewing on what didn't go wrong. It was about acknowledging my shortcomings and cheering on the little victories that I had, and learning and evolving as an entrepreneur. And let me tell you, this is an ongoing journey of reflection and course correction. Jeez, it is reflection, course correction, reflection, So this is ongoing, is what I'm trying to say. I reflect, I acknowledge, I course correct, and I keep moving forward. But I never stop. And neither should you, my friend. You know what I mean? So there you have it, my homepreneurs. That's a wrap for today. Life is a great adventure with many chapters, and finding that delicate dance and balance between work and personal joys, that's an ongoing quest, right? But don't sweat it, because you're equipped now with the power of mindful time blocking, the magic of task prioritization, the strength of setting boundaries, the serenity of tech detox, and the transformative force of reflection and adaptation. So if you found a spark of inspiration in today's video, then hit the like, share this with your fellow hustlers, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more tips on navigating the exciting world of entrepreneurship, and follow the link in the description to discover the exact steps to turn your side hustle into your main gig. Until the next time, stay financially empowered, stay inspired, let the legacy of your wealth building journey unfold. And as always, stay legendary, my friends. With that said, I'll catch you on the next video. Take care now. Bye.